What's going on, guys? It's Adam P and welcome back. Match day here at St James's Park against Arsenal. Tomorrow we are heading across to Belgium. As soon as we are done with this game today, I will begin to make my trip ahead to Brussels, what is going to be a mental Champions League clash against SG Union, and already a huge game for us if you want to get into the knockout phase of the Champions League. I will show you everything about that game tomorrow, but of course make sure I get down there, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the Champions League content this season. We will be at every single game. Truthfully, going into the Arsenal game, of course you will hear my match day initial opinion before the game once I've uploaded it after the game. I'm not convinced going into this game now. I haven't got any issues towards Newcastle. I'm just not sure what to expect, and I'm fairly impressed how Arsenal been this season. They've looked good in the Champions League. They've only dropped points in a 1-0 loss to Liverpool, which you can't complain about, and then a 1-1 draw to City, where they've scored an equaliser at the end of Arsenal. So they're a team this season that certainly seems to be up for them. Got the best defensive record in the Premier League so far, taking on, in my opinion, the second best defensive team in Newcastle. So it's a match where two teams are going to cancel each other out, and Newcastle has not been clinical at all in front of goal, and that is a crucial thing going against us today. Will today, after a nice convincing win against Bradford City midweek, will today be the game where Newcastle just gets it together and scores some goals? I hope we do. Of course, we have won 4 of our last 5 games against Arsenal at St James's Park. That is a huge record going into our favour. Not to mention, when you look into the context of some of those games as well, Arsenal lost crucial games at St James's Park. They've lost Champions League qualification at St James's Park. You could argue they've lost the Premier League at St James's Park with that huge golden goal a couple of years ago. They've lost the second leg of a Carabao Cup semi-final at St James's Park. They have lost on huge occasions already here in the past 4 years. So Newcastle's got a good chance today. Just got to get it together, play well, and we should be getting a result today. But truthfully now, I'm not expecting anything. I'm just here to enjoy the game. I'm here to see Newcastle compete and do well. I'm not going to put an outlandish scoreline already. One thing I will say in a second is look at the state of their team. Their level's already quality. Look at that just early God's time. That's good. White skin, William Saliba. The state of the team. I can't believe this. I think it's exactly that. Newcastle have possession of the ball, Pope attempts to win us the game with just a crap kick. I respect us trying to get a winner, but you've got to just keep possession. Why are we frantically kicking the ball up? Oh, my head is on Mars for several reasons. It was a cruel end against Liverpool, and it's an even more cruel end here against Arsenal. Now Sam Fender's playing. Why the hell is Sam Fender playing? Football is a cruel sport. We've seen it happen against Liverpool, and it's happened again today against Arsenal. We lost at St James's Park in the 100th minute against Liverpool. Today, 98th minute. And to be fair, it was our fault. I think Arsenal's second goal was our fault today, and I'm going to start off before we go on a bit of a rant about what I didn't like about the game. I will say, in an Arsenal point of view, I thought they deserved a win. I feel harsh saying that because Newcastle was committed, put a real performance in. I would also argue it was harsh for Newcastle to lose the game, but I'm not going to deny it. Look at the chances Arsenal had in the game. Look at the quantity of chances and the quality of the chances as well. Arsenal probably had 10, you're talking 10 clear-cut chances. I don't mean shots outside the box, I mean actual goal-scoring chances. And then compare it with Newcastle's goal-scoring chances. They scored Nick Waltermore and then had maybe 1 or 2 half chances in the game. But yet again, it's a story where Newcastle's not creating enough. Arsenal created a load today and was actually quite poor in front of goal at times, and then eventually Arsenal got it together. And I have to say, I thought they deserved to win the game, and a few bad saying that. And I want to start it off because I'm always I'm always quite fair with my match reactions. I always look at the game, I always treat Newcastle fairly, and while I would say it was harsh Newcastle to not get a result from the game, I can't deny we were second best. And the reason why I say that is because I want to talk in a negative light towards Arsenal now, because I'm not happy with the Arsenal fans at St James's Park today, and I say that with all due respect. Now, look at the Tino Livramento situation. You're talking a 22-year-old fullback. It looks like he's torn his ACL. We don't know yet. We don't know how serious it is. I'm hoping it's not as serious as it looks, but it looks like a potential season ender, and that's on his same knee that he done at Southampton. You're talking multiple ACL injuries on that knee, and I looked ahead at the weekend, and Livramento was getting stretched off. Now, I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans, like, visually in the away end, like, pointing to the medical team because they've actually went across the entire length of the pitch instead of just taking Livramento off the side. I've seen Arsenal fans shouting and kicking off with the NHS and kicking off with the medical staff because they're stretching Livramento off and it's wasting their time. Are you for real? Like, seriously, are you for real? Our 22-year-old fullback, his season's probably over. Let's look at it now in the moment. His season could seriously be over, and you got Arsenal fans whinging because they haven't got their 30 seconds to then throw the ball at you. Honestly, how heartless are some people? Like, you can't be in there and you're wearing it. I get that people are drinking, I get that people are emotional game, but surely they must look back and think, why did I do that? Because I could not believe the amount of Arsenal fans that were actually kicking up with the stretcher because it was taking that long to get Livramento off the pitch so they could kick a ball. Are you for real? I'm absolutely livid with that. Now, I wasn't happy at all when I looked at you wearing and seeing that. And I think the second thing I wasn't pleased at as well, I don't want to just focus as an Arsenal, because I think a lot of teams tend to do this, but you're talking teams that are just going down, constantly looking at to deceive the referee. I mean, look at Gabriel for Waltermar's goal, by the way. The slightest tap on the back from Nick Waltermar, and the player goes down looking to foul, looking to get a VAR call going against Newcastle. I'm not going to just criticise Arsenal for this. I think a lot of teams do this. I've seen Barcelona do this a couple of weeks ago. I think a lot of teams in general tend to do this, and I don't want to just pinpoint one football club for, but I just hate this mentality of teams just going down over anything. It's a physical contact game, and you're seeing the aftermath to the likes of Livramento with the picking of a serious injury. But again, Arsenal, I wasn't happy in that respect. But honestly, I thought they were a better team today. I'm not going to deny it. I felt like they created far too much for Newcastle. It was just a game where Nick Pope had an unbelievable match. I want to talk about the star performance. Nick Pope, before we talk about the end of the game, Nick Pope, Dan Burn, Malik Chow, those three were star performers for me before you talk about the ending segment of the game. Nick Pope made serious saves in that first half. A low-driven shot from Eze going wide. There was a good shot inside the box from a corner from Eze that was going in the top corner. Again, Nick Pope, top draw. It was class from him, and I'm so gutted to say this because he's had a good game and he's kept Newcastle in the game. But Nick Pope also cost Newcastle the game today, because I felt like his kick out at the end, when you're talking the 96th minute, Newcastle's got the ball, it's in our possession. I respect the fact we're trying to win the game. Nick Pope frantically kicks the ball up in an attempt to win the game. But why on earth would we do that? Keep the ball, keep possession. Hell, a 1-1 draw, bearing in mind how that game went, a 1-1 draw, I would have taken a heartbeat. I felt like that was a good result for Newcastle, and I respect the mentality of trying to win the game. But why on earth would we frantically kick the ball up when we've got possession? We then lose the ball, also get a set piece. They're one of the best set piece teams in the world. Front post, they get in front of the goalkeeper on the scoreline. That's so preventable. We should have had a 1-1 draw once Nick Pope had that ball in the 96th minute. We lose possession, give a stupid corner away, concede. It's our fault. That goal is our fault, because it should have never been a corner, and it was us that had frantically kicked the ball over the Arsenal. And you basically had a very strong, committed performance from Newcastle, all for nothing, because we then gave away the 2 points at the end. And that should have been a 1-1 for Newcastle today. We should have drew the game 1-1, walked away from it. Yeah, some fans might have been gutted we didn't win, but you would have had something from the game, and then you got nothing from the game, and you just put all that hard work in, got a player potential for the rest of the season who now can't even play for Newcastle, and all that, and you've lost the game, and you lost the game because of us. And it's a shame to say that, because I thought Nick Pope, Dan Burn and Malik Chow were outstanding today, with the exception of Pope at that end part. But I actually felt like those three were serious players today, and the fact that we walked away empty-handed, I would argue, is harsh to some degree, because I think Newcastle's had a real committed, fantastic display at the back, and a real gritty performance where they've held off against a quality side in Arsenal. They're an unbelievable team, to be fair to them, and it's all for nothing because we've thrown it at the end. So it's frustrating, but I can't deny it. I thought Arsenal deserved to win, and it pains me to say that because I thought Newcastle had a real spirited display there. But ultimately, if you give a cheap goal like that away, you're always going to have problems, and it's one of them ones where we move on. We move on to Belgium. I'm looking forward to the Champions League, but ultimately, you've lost the game today where you've lost it because of us. We cost ourselves a second goal, and Arsenal, as much as I don't want to say, I think did deserve to win. But yeah, take care, guys. Be back tomorrow in Belgium. Champions League trip. Can't wait for it. All the best, and we will see you all in the next one.